I mean, of course, I had some savings. And I was like, and I love India. I've been to India a couple of times before, so it was not my first time. I just felt like India is a good way to like go away. I have friends in India, so I knew I can stay with friends, and they will, of course, if I need, they will give me a job or let me stay at their apartments and things like this. When I left, I was thinking about going back to university and just do something completely different. But the thing that scared me most was that everyone else will be 18. Because I remember my time in university as the best time in my life, but it was because everyone else was the same age. If I go now, they will think that what's wrong with her? Like, she's 36 now, why is she here? I was always a working person, like I work in this and I get this. I never let the universe decide what. I never believed in these kind of things, and I still don't believe in it, but I have to accept that some things happen to you and you cannot control them, and they just happen.
Welcome in the second episode in English. I invited my friend Annika Spatscheck. She's from Germany and she has a really interesting story how she switched from a, let's say, career-focused life into I don't know where I go life for several years. And her story is so inspiring. I actually met her in between, like just between moving from one place to another career-wise or personal life-wise. So I wanted to discuss a bit about your journey.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm so happy to see you again in Slovenia. It's your third or fourth time in Slovenia?
It's my fourth time.
Fourth time.
I'm so happy to be back.
Keeps coming. Something keeps dragging you back.
The people.
The people.
It's you.
Oh, I love it. Tell me the story. How actually the first time you came to Slovenia and why? What was the story behind?
So first time I come to Slovenia, I think was for you. I think so.
Yeah.
Or wasn't it? I think it was visiting you and Teresa, a common friend we are having.
Yeah.
So I came here to see you, and I think it was for New Year's.
That's true.
So that's how I came first. I have never been. I mean, we are like from Germany, we go to Croatia a lot. It's like a very popular vacation place. So we are always crossing, but we never stop. And it's I really love Ljubljana. It's a super nice city. It's not big compared to German cities, but you can definitely feel the capital vibe. And that's like, makes it special. It's so close to Germany, but it's not popular at all.
Not yet.
I really fell in love. And you have everything. You have the mountains, you have the sea, you have the city. It's the perfect mix, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we actually in the past few days since you've been here, you did everything, right?
We did everything.
Mountains, some huts, like some
hiking, and tonight we're going to sea.
That's perfect.
So it's the perfect mix.
We actually met for the first time in Berlin. Our common friend Teresa's Choice invited us. She felt like we're gonna be a great mix, and she was absolutely right.
It was so true.
At that time in Berlin, what was your status, where your head was at? What was your agenda?
So when I went to Berlin, I just came back from my first, it was not my first trip, but my first long stay time in India. So I just came back to Europe, spent 1 or 2 months in Greece. And then afterwards, I went back to see my parents. I think it was November. So it was very dark, winter time, depressing in Germany. We met in Berlin. I stayed with you for 1 week because I think Teresa had a workshop or something. Yeah. So I was kind of like, I didn't know where to go. I was without a job. I still had some savings left, but I didn't know if I'm going to go traveling again, if I have to look for a job. I spent before 1 year traveling. So I was very confused what to do with my life, because I went to India with the idea to find myself or to be to know what I want. But I spent most of the time traveling, partying with other people. I didn't focus on myself. I was just there to spend some time when I I wouldn't say I lost the time, But I didn't work on myself. I was just like traveling, going there and go to Thailand for 2 weeks, then go to Malaysia for 2 weeks. It was always like running away from the purpose I had, why I quit my job, why I left Germany, because I didn't know what to do with my life. I wasn't happy where I was. And I think the first year of traveling, I just spent with running away from these kind of questions. And that's where we met in Berlin. I was back home. I was like, I still had some savings. I knew I can go for another year. But I kind of realized that this kind of travel, like where you have these agendas and meet a lot of people, stay in hostels. So it's every day you meet new people. Every day there's the option to not work on yourself, to just spend time with people. So yeah, I went home to see my parents. I need to redo my passport. I needed to renew my visa. So I came there and I met you. It was an amazing time. We had a really nice time in Berlin.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. That's why we spent 3 more times somewhere together in the same year. But yeah, especially since you mentioned traveling and with the agenda to find yourself, to find your purpose, and then going to this popular, let's say, digital nomad or traveling or soul-searching destinations or it's India, Thailand, whatever. It can easily be such a distraction.
It's a huge distraction because you meet people every day and the people are in the same kind. I think a lot of people are in the same position.
Yeah.
So everyone just wants to have a good time. Some people come there for 2 weeks. So of course it's their vacation. They want to have a good time. But I came for a different reason. I just didn't realize that I came for a different reason. I just thought this is my life now. Traveling, eating out, partying, meeting new people, looking for new spots where to go. But actually I wanted to do a different thing. I just didn't know. I mean, I thought traveling or leaving the country will automatically bring me some solutions for my life, which definitely didn't happen this first year.
But when you quit your job and decided you're going to go, let's say, finding your purpose, going to India, was there any goal in mind, or did you have a budget? How did you basically do all the stuff?
Money-wise, I didn't have of course I had some savings, and I was I went to India because it's cheap.
Yeah.
And I love India. I've been to India a couple of times before, so it was not my first time. I just felt like India is a good way to go away. I have friends in India, so I knew I can stay with friends, and they will, of course, if I need, they will give me a job or let me stay at their apartments and things like this. So for me, India was an easy way to get started. I went with complete open mind. I went completely open-minded. I didn't know where to end up. My goal was to find a place where I want to stay permanently. So I was really looking for I was very upset with German weather. I'm not happy in winter. I hate the cold weather. Yeah. I love the summers, but I was really looking for a place where I see myself living and working. Of course, I knew it's not India because it's too far away. It's not my I love it, but permanently living, I don't see myself there. I just thought it's a nice start to for traveling, to meet people, maybe explore the Southeast Asia part of the world. So my purpose was to find a place to live. But it didn't happen
naturally.
Because naturally, it's also money-wise. I mean, in India, if you are not hired by a European company, you will not earn European money, of course. So it's compared to what you can earn in Germany and what you earn there, it's literally nothing. And it's definitely not the smartest decision to go working there if you're working for a local I don't know, whatever company, or it's if you're not sent by a German company to work there, you will never get the same money or the same service you get in Europe. It's impossible. I knew it, but I still had in my mind that something will come and I will just find something. Of course, it's not easy like this.
Well, first, when you decided to go to India, let's say, what was the setup? Did you go to hostels? Did you book an apartment? Did you stay at friends?
So the first 2 weeks I stayed with a friend, and then I just stayed in hostels and always like shared dorms because I didn't know. I was like thinking maybe it will take me 2 or 3 years of traveling, so I really need to save money.
Yeah.
And of course you have like the fixed costs back home. I sold everything, so I didn't have an apartment, I didn't have a car. I was very lucky because my parents offered me to leave my stuff at their house, which is not like, I mean, some parents might not have the space to keep your furniture, and I was very, very lucky with this. So I didn't have any fixed cost apart from health insurance and some, I don't know, insurances which are not smart to just quit them for 2 years and then come back. So maybe my fixed cost was like 350 euros every month. And then I calculated that I need maybe 600 more for India.
600.
So I was like in 1,000 every month.
Okay. So you basically had savings like 20K.
Yeah,
20.
I was thinking about spending 20K on these
in 2 years.
In 2 years.
And what was the reality of it?
No, I think it was more or less the reality because I stayed with friends a lot. In summers, I spent in Germany, so I went home, stayed at my parents' house, which was for free.
Yeah.
I think it was in total 20K. I mean, flights are, if you are very flexible, if it's not like I can go this month, I can go next month.
Yeah.
Flights can get really cheap. I mean, I flew to India the first time, I think, for 160 euro.
From where?
Yeah, from Germany. I know from Vienna, but...
Oh, that's really good price. It's almost impossible. It's like
so if you don't have luggage, it's easy. You can get really cheap flights also from India to like Malaysia or Vietnam or Thailand. The flights are cheap.
What did you pack? Very practical question, because you mentioned no luggage.
No luggage. So I was traveling with hand luggage.
Crazy.
And you know, if you're alone, if you're traveling on your own, you don't need a lot of outfits because the people you meet every day, it's new people. So you can wear the same shirt for like 3 months straight. Nobody will recognize. So I had maybe like 2 tank tops, 2 shirts, 1 short, and I think 2 long pants because India, you need to wear you need to be covered more. And then when I went to Thailand, I just bought some pair of shorts.
They're super cheap.
I had 1 bikini. I had I think 5 pairs of underwear. So every night it's like hand washing.
The rituals.
So sometimes some European friends visited me wherever I was. And they all, my nickname was washing machine because every night we came back to the hostel and I need to wash because I just haven't had a top. So it's like I'm an expert now in drying conditions, like in the room if the fan is on and the AC is on. It's perfect mix to dry.
You can dry during the night?
You can dry during the night.
But it needs to be like somewhere.
It needs to be hang. I carry these hangers. I had like 2 of these hangers.
Like the general one hangers, or
no, it's like very small ones which are very light. And then I have this clothing line. So I mean, if you're long-term staying in hostels, you will see people who carry these kind of things. It's like these are the experts
who hack the hostel life.
And of course, you use the hand soap there to wash your clothes. It's not like if you're used to a very high-class traveling thing, then this is like the lowest you can go, but you will make it. It taught me a lot. Like it's easy. You can survive even with 1 piece of clothes. And in India, especially, you don't need to be pretty. It's not like this pressure like we have here in Europe that you need your hair to be done, your clothes to be nice, you want to look nice on pictures. They don't have this. It's not the things. Like you are you. I never wore makeup for the entire trip because it's just not worth it. My hair, I have curly hair, it gets like this, it gets huge. You have no chance of looking nice. And this is a very nice experience I made because people you meet are not evaluating you by how you look or how you appear, which in Germany or in Europe at all, if I meet people and they're wearing it's super stupid, it's super superficial.
Yeah.
But if I look at you and you're wearing like dirty clothes or something, I will think that you are not my kind of person. But they don't look for these kind of things, which for me it was a huge learning also about body shapes. Like for them, like they don't judge you by this. It's nothing they care about. It's all about your personality.
You're talking about Indians or just
I
general
mean,
people you met?
General people in hostels. And of course, it's a specific kind of people in India who are staying in hostels, which are higher educated people who are able to travel. So it's probably more the wealthier ones. I think within Indians, within their culture, they are super judgy. Just with foreigners, they are not at all. And this was a very nice feeling for me. You don't need to care about your appearance. You just wash your face in the morning and that's it. You put some sunscreen and you're out.
But it's a really nice learning of how little stuff or things, whatever, we need to take care of. You need like one backpack.
I had like one small backpack because also in India I didn't want to pay for checked-in luggage. But you fly a lot.
Yeah.
And you walk a lot. And you
don't want to carry
you're moving
stuff.
a lot.
Yeah.
So if you're carrying a lot of luggage, it's just horrible. Like first time I went to India was in 2010. And I carried like a 20-kilo backpack to have nice outfits, to be prepared for every occasion. You don't need that. It was horrible. We had to carry this thing like all the time, and roads are horrible. So it's impossible. I had one pair of flip-flops and one pair of running shoes, and that's it. Of course, if you're invited to a nice dinner with like nice people and you're coming with your dirty running shoes, it's not fun. You feel weird. But yeah, it's about your personality. Like I said, the thing you learn is not about superficial things. But it's hard to. I mean, it's as soon as you get back to our culture, you're back to. I ordered online like clothes. Like first day I came back, I was like, okay, I need new clothes. So
just to fit in.
To fit in, or to feel myself again. It's also something I like. So I didn't really give it up. I just accepted that it could work the other way around as well.
Well, it was you deciding during your travels, okay, I can do that and I can feel completely all right. I have the experiences and everything. And then when did you feel like, when I get back, I want to buy something new for myself? I want to look, I don't know. Polished.
I cannot describe this. It's just if you come back. I mean, of course, you have your friends and you see what they do on Instagram and all of these things. So as soon as you come back, you're back to your circle. Yeah. I love my circle. It's nothing like, it's not a bad thing. I came back and I was the same person I was before, probably.
But that's the thing, like the biggest misconception. I travel a lot, and when I'm there, I'm working on myself, personal growth things, workshops, whatever. And I feel, oh, wow, I changed this mindset, this thing. And then it's a misconception that when you get back, everything will be different. But
Nothing
it's like
is different.
It's a scam.
It's a scam. It's this, you're the same. Maybe you have some new tools. I think for me, what I learned is that I have new tools that I apply in my daily life, mostly health-wise.
Yeah.
But this idea of coming back as a completely different person, it's not true. I mean, maybe it can happen. It didn't happen to me.
Yeah. I have the same experience. Like, can you walk us through India in general? Like, what did you do? Did you, I don't know, in the middle of the time have some work you did, whatever? Like,
so first time I arrived, I think was February. I stayed with a friend. I get settled. It's not easy in India to travel if you're on your own because you don't have an Indian credit card, which makes it very hard because you can't buy a SIM card. It's like if you're not arriving in Delhi, which is the main part where everyone arrives, there you can buy SIM card and everything in an airport. But if you arrive in a small local airport, there's no service for you. It's quite hard because everywhere is like these QR payments. You cannot use them with a German credit card. So there's a street vendor who is selling like maybe 2 bananas. They don't want cash. They want you. They are way more digital. They are way more advanced than we are in Germany. I don't know about Slovenia. So about digital payments and everything is digital. It's for you. It's as a European, it's impossible to buy train tickets. You have to go to the train station and buy them there. You cannot order them online. So it's always good if you have an Indian friend who can do it for you with an Indian credit card. So even booking hostels, they always want you to pay in advance some amount, but I cannot pay via this QR code. I cannot. So I need to ask somebody to send the money and then I give them in cash. It's quite complicated to, I think they're protecting themselves from foreigners. Also, they have like a big terrorism history with like Pakistan. So they don't want outside money to enter the country. I think that's the background. I'm not really sure. So it's for us to buy stuff online, like it's not easy. So I was very lucky to stay with this friend because she organized everything for me. She bought the SIM card. She arranged like some hostels, some trips. It was really nice. That's how I got started. And then I just started to travel alone. Like I went to hostels. I stayed in hostels there. I met people. So I was really lucky that in my first hostel, I met this French girl. She has been to India already like since 5 months. So she took me on some trips. It was really, really nice. And then I just had a 1-year visa, which is the requirement is to exit every 3rd month. So you're only allowed to stay 90 days, then you need to exit.
But how do you apply for this?
Online.
And
you pay online.
And you can do it at the beginning of your trip, right?
You can do it. Yeah. You have to do it before you enter India.
How much does it cost, do you know?
Maybe 60 euros, something like
for
this.
A year?
Yeah. But the requirement is you have to exit. India doesn't have like land borders. You need to fly always.
Okay.
I mean, you could go to Pakistan, I think, but it's not very recommended. I think most of the borders are closed. So you always need to have an exit flight.
But is there Air Asia or some other cheap flights?
Air Asia.
So for 50 euros you can fly.
You fly to, I mean, first thing I did, I went to Malaysia, I think for 50 euro.
Yeah.
So it's cheap, but you need to be organized. And India is huge. Like you need so much time to travel, even if it's close, roads are not like they are here.
Yeah.
So you need to plan in advance. And it's always, you never get tired. You never get like bored. You always need to like be focused. Like, where do I have to be? I need to exit and like these things. With this visa, it's not like you can be like relaxed and just stay somewhere because you need to buy the flight. Like when you enter India, you need to show them that you have an exit flight. So you have to, like, even if life goes different, maybe you could buy a new flight, just leave this flight.
Yeah.
But I didn't because I wanted to save money. So I always had to check, where do I go next? Like, how do I get to the airport? All these things. You don't work, but your brain works.
The pressure of changing the accommodation, the transfer and everything.
Yeah. How does it work? I don't want to arrive in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
All these things. Then also I want to save money, so I'm trying to have like night buses and night trains all the time. But then how do I get to the hostel? I mean, there's Uber and there's a lot of easy ways to get somewhere. But still, as a female, you should be like kind of careful, especially at night.
Okay.
These kind of things. You need to like have them in your mind. They shouldn't scare you, but you need to be careful a little bit.
Can you give us the example? Because I think, especially in Slovenia in general, we live in such a safety bubble.
As in Germany as well. So I've been to Latin America before. This is a whole other level of being in danger, or you need to be very careful because they will rob you. In India, I don't think that the problem is robbery, or it's just you don't feel safe in like nothing ever happened to me. It's just men don't have they don't have the same distance that we have. So you feel like sometimes they're just following you. They don't even talk, but I don't want to say that they have something bad in mind. It's just they're not used to see a tall, white European girl alone at night. It doesn't happen. So they are just curious, I guess. And then some try to talk to you. You just don't feel safe. Because you tell them, hey, no, I'm not interested. And they're still following you and asking for the number. And you say, no, I'm married. I don't want this.
Yeah.
But still we can be friends. And I'm like, no. So this is kind of we do not understand like how their culture works. I don't even think that they have bad things in mind. They just want to be friendly and they want to help, but you get scared. So I always try to not arrive in the middle of the night and walk alone and things like this.
And what would be, I don't know, your advice to solo female travelers? What should they do? Like the easiest thing that you can do, think ahead.
In India or
also in general?
In general. I'll just be careful. I feel like I don't drink, so I don't have this issue. I think partying is the biggest, how to say, it's the dangerous. It's maybe dangerous. Not dangerous in a way that something will happen to you, but you expose yourself to a group of people who are also drunk. If you get drunk,
and you become less cautious.
You become less cautious. You feel you might forget you're not home. I think this, like being in Germany and walking at night, it has never been a problem. I mean, it depends in which city you are, but where I'm from, this has never been an issue. But there you need to be more cautious. You need to watch out where you go and just be more cautious about your surroundings and who you are with, how they behave, what you're showing. Like what I learned in Latin America, don't show your phone, don't show your money, don't show your credit card. If you go out, just take as much money as you need. Don't take anything extra. So you never show how much you have because you're already showing by your face. Yeah. They know you have money.
Yeah. I felt this, it was my second solo traveling experience. I went to Sri Lanka. It's just, for me, it was extremely heavy. I was a 25 years old girl, from Slovenia, used to this safety. I can do whatever, not whatever, but just like, and just the tuk-tuk drivers like asking me, where's your husband? Can I be your husband? I'll move in with you. I'll be your driver, whatever. I don't think they had bad intentions either. It's just I felt so much pressure on myself. Like I didn't know how to handle it. And then you told me about this trick, always wear a ring, right? Some girls told me they wear a fake photo of their husband and explaining, my husband is in the hotel working or...
I did the same. I always had this cover-up story that my husband is here with a big company, like working there, and I'm just here on like looking to get to know the country, and I'm like the wife which is allowed to travel.
Yeah.
And he's funding me, and he's in a big company, and he's at work right now. He's in the hotel, and I always had and we have kids back home. Mm-hmm. I had this full story of being married and having everything, and this house and blah blah blah. And I think the often you tell it, the more confident you get in like telling this story. And then even to some friends in the beginning, I tell them this story because you don't know who they are. And then they become friends, and then they're asking, but your husband, when were you? And I'm like, shit. I told them the husband story. But for me, I never felt threatened. Yeah, exactly. I never had this experience. Even in Latin America, I always felt safe because I think people in general are nice. Absolutely. So I always try to get close to females.
Yeah.
Just because I feel closer to females. It's not because I'm worried. It's just in India, it happened to me so many times that some old ladies took my hand when I was waiting for the train, and she was showing me there's a female part of the train where just females are allowed. Mm-hmm. So this it happened to me so many times that the bus driver told me, no, you can sit in front. Front is female part.
So many nice people around the world, really.
It's like you get to know that there's not just bad things. Nobody, they don't want to scam you. Not everyone wants something bad for you.
Yeah.
It's so many nice people, and you just need to sneak yourself around the bad ones, and you will be surprised what's there.
And keep your eyes open. I absolutely adore traveling solo as a female. I never felt threatened, but you need to know how to handle certain things. And yeah, it happened to me the same. I was super on a budget traveling side on Sri Lanka. And, this bus goes from the center of Sri Lanka to the south, and it takes 5 hours. I thought like it's 100 kilometers. It's going to take me 1 hour, right? Like it does here.
Like here. Took you
But
6.
the bus was full of people. There were chickens transporting with us. And, like I was standing on this bus in the middle trying to basically dry surf in the middle because they drive like crazy. At one point, after 3 hours, I was so tired that the old lady stood up and gave me the space to sit. And I felt bad, like I'm young, I should survive. But just for 10 minutes, it helped me so much. And the kindness of the people, it actually got me thinking, no, the majority of people wants good for you.
Definitely.
So
and
you
they
should,
are interested.
yeah. Yeah, the curiosity of them, just asking, where are you from? What do you do? And this, which is really nice to see people are curious, but I cannot imagine traveling for 1 year because you're repeating this story once again, every night, 3 times a night.
It's exhausting. That's very true. You're repeating. But also it depends on who you're talking to. I think you get a lot of inspiration about the people you meet. It's amazing what life stories you get to, like, I have friends in Germany that I don't know as much about them as I know about a person I just met in a hostel.
Mm-hmm.
So you are because they don't judge you, you will never see them again. So you can be very open about your issues, about what you want in life. And they ask like very direct questions, which I'm not used to in my circle of friends. Like they will never ask you, but are you happy in your life?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a good thing? No, they will be like,
honest.
Okay, if you think it's the right, So in the hostel, or in traveling, you meet so many people with so many stories, but also they have like very clear questions to you, and they are lost, you are lost, but you're kind of lost together, and you're like kind of figuring things out by listening to their stories, which probably will never happen to you if you stay in your town and you're in your place and in the same work you're doing every day. You will never question yourself as much as you question yourself there. But it definitely depends on where you're staying. If you're staying in a party hostel in Thailand, this will not happen because there are some 22-year-olds that just finished high school and they are there to drink. They will not ask you, but what in 5 years? You are 40. What will you do? But if you're you will find this, like you just need to like go around, look for places where you feel comfortable, and then you will find these kind of people.
Yeah. And can we discuss the situations about hostels? I loved hostels. Like we are 20, 25, majority of people is the same age. But if you do a shared bedroom, like 6 female dorm, there will always be a lady between 40 or 60 years old staying and also finding herself, right? So we are not coming to the 60 years old ladies, but we are
to the 40.
35, whatever. And it's a bit also disconnected, right? You need to find a place for yourself and not feel like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Did you ever ask yourself this question?
I mean, this happened to me a lot because when I was younger and I stayed in hostel, I was always wondering, why is this 45-year-old guy in the same room with me?
Yeah.
Like, how lost is he in life that he cannot afford a private room? I was scared about this a lot. It's the same, like when I left, I was thinking about going back to university and just do something completely different. But the thing that scared me most was that everyone else will be 18. Like I will not have, because I remember my time in university as the best time in my life.
Yeah.
But it was because everyone else was the same age. If I go now, they will think that what's wrong with her? Like she's 36 now. Why is she here? Mm-hmm. I will not make friends. So I thought it will be the same in hostels. But it's weird. I mean, of course, there are these party people, and I always try to avoid. In India, there's not this party crowd, to be honest. Like there are not many European tourists. So there's not the party crowd. Indians mostly don't drink. So this like puking and being super loud and all these kind of things almost never happened to me in the hostels or in the shared rooms, which was nice for me. But you definitely have this feeling sometimes, like everyone is 18 and you're like, okay, I'm the old mother here. These could be my kids. But like surprisingly, I made friends with like very young people, and these are nice people. Like I didn't know that I can become friends with like 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
But it's possible. It's just, of course, you have to, like, if they go out, you just tell them, yeah, I stay in. But to go for dinner, to like explore something, share a tuk-tuk, it's possible and it's nice. You get also new inspiration about what is going on with their lives.
Completely new perspective, and give you understanding on what's important, what's not important. You know, they're super focused on, oh my God, what I'm going to study, this is going to change my life. But, you know, like being through this, it doesn't make, like, it's not important at all.
It's not important at all. Or their love stories and all these kind of things, you know,
So
in hostels, a lot of things, like things are happening fast. So you're talking to this girl, which yesterday was in love with this guy, but now she's in, and you're like, they're like, oh my God, it's like, it's so stupid, but it gives you so much joy to like, I never thought of myself as an old person, but then you kind of feel old sometimes. And you also learn to accept that you are. I mean, sometimes I still feel like I'm 25, but there you also learn that you are not. And you accept. You can accept. And it's not easy, but also looking back at my life, like I had a great time when I was 25. Why should I go back? Because I'm having a great time right now as well. So it's not like I feel like I missed something by seeing them. It feels like I've already had this and it was amazing, but now I'm having something else and it's even more amazing. And the realization of this gave me so much like, hey, I don't need to be like sad about like, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
It's getting nicer. Now I can, if I want, I can afford a private room. If I want, I can go in a taxi alone. It's just, I decided not to because I wanted to save money. But if I wanted, I can go home tomorrow and start a stable life again. And this kind of security, feeling of being secured is super nice. And I didn't have it when I was 25. When I was 25, I was forced to walk 5 kilometers because I couldn't afford the taxi.
With a 20 kilograms backpack.
With a 20 kilograms backpack. So I think this acceptance of what is your reality right now and what is not anymore, but also knowing that you had it. It's not like you're there and you never had fun in your life. You come there and then you see them and you had a bad time when you were 25. I had a good time when I was 25. So for me, it's just a pure like knowing that I like my life was full. I had a super nice life. So why should I be sad that it's not like this anymore? I'm still having a super nice life. And I think this is like one of the biggest learnings that I got from being able to witness young people again in the hostel.
No, I think it's super important to have this kind of friends from different age group to really got the wide understanding on what's been, what could it be, to put some kind of a benchmark for yourself.
Perspective.
And to be happy about, satisfied, let's say, accepting, oh my God, I had a good time.
I had a good time. And you, if you are in your like in your town, in your like working thing, you don't take the time to realize let's say I didn't take the time to realize these things. I didn't see it. I was not unhappy. It was my life. It was like this is what I'm probably going to do for the rest of my life. And I was never thinking about, like, I was never questioning myself or my past. It was just there and everyone else did it like this. And, you know, then you go out and you see, hey, I can do something differently.
And such a personal growth, let's say, learnings in just one basic thing you do, go to a hostel, right? If you keep your eyes open, you can learn from everyone, from every situation.
also about what you don't want. It's not just what you want. It's I think the biggest thing for me is that I know what I don't want. And I didn't know this before.
Okay.
I was like living this life without any boundaries. I was just like, okay, if my boss wants me to do this, I will do this. That. And now you learn in India, you learn to say no, which in Germany you don't need to say, because everyone is so like, oh yeah, everything is okay, and blah blah blah, everything will be fine. In India, you really have to learn to say no. Or while traveling, you have to take, like, people are inviting you constantly. Let's do this boat trip. Let's do this, I don't know, hiking trip. You always have to take decisions, which back home, I didn't have to take as many decisions, because my past, I like after school, I went to university. After university, I applied for a job in my field, and then I was in this job. I never had to, maybe I want to do something else. No, it was just not there. I was not thinking about this. Like, it just came to this point where I was not happy anymore. So then I quit my job, which was like probably the biggest decision in my life. But I never had to constantly question, what do I want? While you are traveling, you have so many options. Like, do I want to go to the seaside? Do I want to go to the mountains? You have to take decisions every day and decide what you want and what you don't want. And I think I never had this before in my life, to take these no decisions, like to say, no, I don't want this. I want something else. And then you do it on your own, even if you're scared.
But does it make you tired?
It makes you so tired. Like, traveling, for me, makes me super tired. But it adds so much to your life that this is like kind of a, I don't know how to say it, but it gives me more than it takes. But definitely makes you tired. And all these decisions and all these, you have to research every night.
The next hostel, the next location, the destination,
how
the
to
bus.
get there, how to travel, how to, like, what kind of people will be there, how to rent a scooter, how am I even able to drive this scooter in this big Indian city? All these kind of questions and like challenges you're facing will make you definitely tired.
Yeah, I made such a big mistake again, going back to the Sri Lanka trip. I just booked one night, the first night I booked. And then each single night or morning, I decided where to go next. So basically I had this room I booked by 10 a.m. So I did breakfast, and between breakfast, I was checking the next place. And then it's not just about checking the place, right, on Booking or Agoda. Is finding the transportation, the driver, it's the bus, it goes just twice a day. Oh, I missed the first one. So what I'm going to do, where I'm going to leave my backpack. So many things, decisions. And it just got me too tired. I was like, at one point I said, fuck this. I'm going to book 3 or 4 days and that one place. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't care. I just want to feel like a bit to go out for dinner and not being focused on how will I pack the next day.
How the next morning at 8 a.m. you have to take a taxi, and you will wake up everyone because you're in a room with other people, and it gets you very tired.
Yeah.
But I think that's also something you can learn from this, that at some point you need to stop. You cannot go like from, I don't know, Taj Mahal to Delhi and then to, I don't know, whatever. You need to like give yourself some time to relax, because it's like working. I think it's even heavier than going to office, because it's constantly, and you're in a room with people you don't trust, and then you don't sleep well, and then next morning you have to wake up. So I think with what is also very, very important is to slow down. Like 3 months in the same place if I wanted. I just put myself this pressure that I want to see as much. I want to do everything, and you get so stressed, and you're not relaxed.
No.
And this is not what I wanted to do. I don't want to go from a job which was very stressful to another travel job that was stressful but pressured by myself. Not even anyone from the outside is putting this on you. It's yourself. So I think taking time to go somewhere and stay for a couple of days and really explore is something you should always keep in mind when you are planning to travel somewhere.
Yeah, I'm the one that did like 1 day per one thing. I think for Philippines, I did 7 flights in 20 days. Come on, it was too much.
It's too much.
But I just wanted to see everything. Like, and
But
when
it's
you come to this,
pressure you put on yourself.
no one else
No one
expected.
else.
But how did you personally come to this realization that that's too much? I need to slow down.
I don't even know. I don't even know how this happened. It just happened. And I think it took me half a year of traveling to realize that it's not about like a checklist what you did. It's about what you do for yourself.
And how you feel after.
And how you feel after. And if you're exhausted or if you are able to really enjoy, because at some point, like going from India to Malaysia, going from India to Thailand, going from India to Vietnam, going from India to Cambodia, you don't really enjoy the things anymore. You just do like, okay, I need to go to, I don't know, whatever is important in Thailand. I need to see this beach. I need to go there. In Malaysia, you need to go to this city and you need to take a picture of this. So you put pressure on yourself for something you don't even value it anymore, because every day is a new thing. So to be able to evaluate, you need time.
True.
And you need to like not do this checklist of tourist attractions. You need to do what you are really interested in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it took me half a year. Like after this like stressful Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, then I already planned with like friends from Europe to come to visit me somewhere. So I knew I had to be there, and they just come for 2 weeks. So they want to do as much as possible.
Of course. Different type.
It was so much. It was too much. So I came home to Europe. I went to Greece with Teresa, our common friend. And I stayed in Greece in one tiny little village with 30 people. Like it's nothing. And I stayed there for almost 2 months. And this is, I think, where I realized I need to slow down. This is not the life. I was not even excited about going back somewhere. I was just like, I just want to stay here. I just want to sleep and have like a stable life, cook every day, eat healthy, work out, go to swim.
Complete opposite.
Read a book. So I think it was Greece where I realized that the past year I was just running away from focusing on myself.
Yeah, because
on my problems.
It's basically a escapism, like we are escaping.
Yeah. And by keeping myself like very busy,
the next big thing, Malaysia, the Thailand, let's go.
And I was wondering, why didn't this realization of what I want in my life didn't come to me yet? I've been traveling almost a year now, and I don't know, I'm still very lost. And that's how I just like slowing down, being in one place for a long time made me realize that like this kind of traveling I did was not, I didn't do it for me. I did it for, I don't know, whatever, the pictures or the, just to ticking it off my list. Mm-hmm. And to prove myself that I can do it. I mean, I know I can do it. I've traveled a lot alone. Yeah. But this, like being in India is like next level female solo traveling thing. And I can do it. I proved it to myself, but it still didn't give me anything. Like I was just doing it because I wanted to prove it.
Yeah, proving to yourself.
Yeah.
Classic.
So I think staying in one place for a long time and not being entertained, because there was nothing. I didn't have a TV. I was living in a tent.
In Greece?
In Greece.
I love it.
So I didn't have anything. I just had myself, my books, the beach, food.
And you did yoga with Teresa.
And I did yoga, yes, definitely. So I think this calmed me down a lot. I mean, I had Teresa helping her out in her retreats and all of these kind of things, but I didn't really have a purpose.
Yeah.
Which was good, which was amazing.
And during your path, like traveling around, you did a lot of yoga in general, right?
I mean, the first year I would say no, because I was so busy with all the other things.
Yeah.
Then going to Greece with Teresa, I just realized how much it gives to me, like how it calms me, like mind and body wise. So the next time I went to India, so after we went to Berlin, and then there was Christmas, I still spent in Germany.
Yeah.
And then I went to India again with Teresa. So I think she's one of the persons that inspired me most.
For sure.
Because she's waking up in the morning and then she's like, let's do some yoga session. And we go outside, we do 1 hour of yoga. And then she's like, okay, and now I will sit down half an hour to meditate. And I was like, okay, and what will I do?
She's so calm.
She's so calm. And I think I think it was her like showing me to calm down, like practicing like physically, but also mentally, and think about what you want in life. And, you know, she was doing this meditation and I was like, okay, what do I do now? Do I read a book? But it feels like, okay, it's just half an hour. I was lost. So she forced me to slow down, and I learned how good it is for me. And afterwards, when she left, I did a yoga teaching course and also an Ayurvedic course. And then I did an Ayurvedic treatment for 3 weeks.
What is it?
Sorry?
What is it, the treatment? What's the difference from the course?
So the course was about the theory, like just study what
does it
they are teaching you, what is Ayurveda. And then I did a 3 weeks treatment, which is like cleansing your body, like
for yourself.
For myself. So it's like a mentally and physically cleaning thing. So you have like meditations, you have like therapy, like you talk to somebody, and you get a lot of substances that clean your body. Like you have a lot of diarrhea, you puke a lot. They cook specifically what you need for your kind of problems or issues you have in your body. And you're not of course, you're allowed to leave this kind of hospital. It's like a hotel, but it's called hospital. You're allowed to leave, but they don't recommend you to leave. But in first thing I thought, I will not stay. Like you have treatment every morning and then you have treatment every afternoon. And I was like, okay, so in between I will do this and this and this.
No.
I never left. I really never left, because you are so exhausted mentally, physically. You just sleep. You just stay in the room. It's 40 degrees outside. You don't want to go outside. And I think in total, so yoga teaching, Ayurveda course, then Ayurvedic treatment, it was like 3 months. So I was 3 months just focusing on myself and my health. And I think this was where I finally kind of calmed down and I still didn't know what to do with my life, but I was way more aware of my body, of my mental state, all these kind of things. And it happened 1.5 years after I left. So it took me a lot of time.
But you're still inside of this planned timing, of 2 years.
Yeah, I was still inside this planned timing, but it was not, I thought it will arrive way earlier than it did. This kind of
expectations.
Exactly.
But this happened all in India?
This happened in India, yes.
Where?
This was Rishikesh. It's like in northern India. It's a very popular yoga place. I went there because if you're looking on Google for a yoga teaching course, it will be Rishikesh. So I went there.
Together with Teresa, right?
No, alone. Yeah. This was after Teresa left. And I'm very interested in nutrition. So that's why I choose this school, because they had Ayurveda and yoga together.
Same place then?
In the same place, yeah.
Okay.
Same teachers, same doctors.
But did you sign up for both before, or just
I signed up for both before, which was also via a friend, Indian friend. She called there. She asked the questions I wanted to ask. Because I was in Thailand at this moment. I had to leave because of the visa.
Yeah.
So that's where I was in Thailand, in a very remote village, in a very remote island, not many tourists. And I met... I think she was from Belgium, a girl, and she was a yoga teacher. So she really encouraged me. Yeah, you should do this. Do it for yourself. It's not, because for me, yoga was about being fit and, So she really encouraged me to do it, and she said it's the best experience she had in her life and all these things. So I was like, okay, I will ask my friend to call somewhere. And
Nice.
so everything came to me.
The right
To be
time.
honest, by other people, they gave me this input. It's not that I had this in mind all the time. It just arrived.
But it's such a nice, let's say, message from the outside. Sometimes we don't know what we want, but we get someone in front who we don't even know. They don't know us, but they give us exactly what we need to hear.
And it's now I just realized I never told these people. I never told Teresa that she's one of the persons that gave me this inspiration. I never told this Belgian girl that she really encouraged me and pushed me. So it's crazy how people inspire you and they don't even know
the impact they
have on my life now. Like if I'm looking back, it's a huge impact because it changed me a bit.
Exactly. So also to be grateful and come back to these people and say thank you.
I should, yes. I just realized.
It's really nice. Okay. So you realized after a year and a half, what happened after? You did, no, one more question. How much does it cost to go for yoga, teaching class?
So I think this thing costed me like 1,000 a month, including accommodation, teaching, and housing. Accommodation and food.
You did it for 3 months, right?
I did it for almost 3
months. So for India, it's quite expensive, or is just what you spent anyway?
I mean, this is what I would have spent anyway.
So it's really nice.
I think I got discount because my friend called. So I think as a foreigner, it's a bit more expensive, but I mean, if you're traveling and if you're on a higher standard, I would calculate maybe like 1,500 every month.
Yeah.
But if you're staying in one place, you can rent an apartment for like maybe 200 a month, and then you just need the extras like food. But food depends on where you eat.
Yeah.
I don't have a very sensible stomach, so I can eat whatever and I'm fine. I even was drinking tap water in the mountains of India. So for me, I can go very cheap and I still stay healthy. I think it's very different for other people, so you need to be more careful about food and it's getting more expensive. But I think basically with 1,000 to 1,500, it's easy in India. Very easy. You will have a nice life. You go out for food 3 times a day.
You don't cook.
You don't cook. You don't do your nails. You can get all of these things done if you want.
But India is not for everyone, right? It's not easy.
I mean, it's not easy. I love India. It's one of my most, I had the best experiences there. And I just recently traveled with a close friend of mine. And she said, Annika, if you're in India, you're a different person. You are more in peace. I can see what it gives to you. She liked it as well, but she said it's a one-time thing. She doesn't, for her, it's not something she needs to be back. She could be back, but she doesn't need to. But for me, this was February, now is September.
Yeah.
So I already feel like I really want to go back. I just miss this kind of peace.
Will you do it as a shorter trip or?
Definitely. I'm in a job now, so it's not possible for me to go like a 2 months or 3 months thing, unfortunately.
So what happened after the courses?
After the courses, I went straight back home to my parents' house because you are if you do this Ayurvedic treatment for 3 weeks, you're so exhausted because your body just gets cleansed. Everything is taken out. You're very exhausted. I went straight back home, which was planned anyway to go back home. And I spent summer in Germany. I spent it in my parents' house without any pressure. I was traveling in Europe with some friends. I guess I went to see you.
Yes.
I came here to Slovenia. I was traveling. And then I was invited in September to a wedding. A friend of mine got married. And in this occasion, I went to the city where I was used to live before. And I met my now bosses in a local city festival. They invited me to come to their place and they offered me a job. So it was end of September or beginning of October. They just told me that they miss me because I was working with them before, but in a different company. So they offered me a job. and I had like 2 weeks, and I already had a flight to Poland, and I already had the visa and everything organized for India, because I was planning to go back to India in December or January. And they just offered me this job, and I said, okay, now it's like 2 years without working. I don't need to commit anything, because it's 1 hour away from where my parents stay. So I can stay there, I can try this job, and if I like it, I like it. I stay. If I don't like it, I'm just going to India like I planned to. And it would be nice to have some money, like to earn a little bit. So I started this job, and it was the best job I ever had. And I'm still there. So it's 2 years now since I came back. I never expected this. I never wanted to go back to the city where I'm living now and where I was living before. For me, this was like a closed capital and like a closed thing in my life. It's like over. This is not where I studied. This is not where my parents are. It was just for work. And now I'm back, and I'm happiest ever. I've never expected myself to like this city, and now I'm like, with this distance of being away and seeing life somewhere else. And yeah, like I told you, my idea of traveling was to find a place where I want to stay permanently.
Yeah.
And it was definitely not Germany. For me, I'm a summer person. It was more like Spain or like these kind of things.
Yeah.
I was really expecting myself to live in Italy or wherever. But I ended up in the same city where I started from, and I'm happy. So it's not something that comes from like the place you're in. I think it's a mindset thing. It's something that you have inside yourself to make yourself happy wherever you are.
But going back, you went back just for a wedding, right? You had zero expectations. I mean, now you had expectations to go back to India.
Yes, that was the plan. But now I have a life.
Like, you can't always get what you want, but you'll get exactly what you need.
Probably. To be honest, yes. Now I never believed in these kind of things. Like I was always a working person. Like I work in this and I get this. I never let the universe decide what. I never believed in these kind of things, and I still don't believe in it. But I have to accept that some things happen to you and you cannot control them, and they just happen. And I'm a very controlling person. I really like to be. I'm German.
You are German.
So I like to be on time. I like to have a plan, and it's very hard for me to accept that things happen that I cannot control. And yeah, like I said, I never believed in these kind of things. Like whatever you need will happen to you, and these. I'm very into science and these kind of things, but it happened. And I have to accept that it happened because I needed it to happen. And maybe because I was working for it, but didn't know I was working for it. I was not aware of working on myself and on my happiness or whatever. It happened unaware, and it took me to where I am now.
And did you ever feel that you push the timing or something, like, oh, I want to get this now? Or did you just let it go, will happen when it happened, in matter of 2 years?
I don't even know how to say it. I mean, I had a plan and I had a timing, but I think in between I just lost it and I just gave up, and then everything went like it went, and it went perfectly. But in the beginning, definitely, I was super scheduled. I had like everything planned out, and I had these flights out of India and all these friends coming, and I need to meet them in Vietnam, and I was super stressed. I had more things in my calendar than I had back home when I had a regular life. So I think at one point I think after Greece, I just gave up. And I'm very, very lucky because I have very supportive parents.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 33 or 32 at this point. I mean, normally probably parents will push you a little bit more, but my parents were really like, yeah, if you are happy, we are happy. We are not going to send your money. This is your money. You have to do whatever you like. Yeah. We are not going to support you, but you can stay in our house for free, and we have your stuff in our house. Mm-hmm. So I really have to like. I'm very, very happy about this. Like my parents never pushed me. they supported me. Of course, sometimes they're asking, so now you're looking for a job, or what are you doing? You're in your room all day. But they never really like gave me a pressure, because I think they are more like, they knew that I will find a way, because I always did. Like, and they raised me like this, that your own happiness is more important than everything else. Of course, being financially stable and all these things, like there's a basic need, but they always lived their life like, they always told us to be like happy, and not like, they are not very career driven or things like this. For them, like being healthy and being happy, and I think not even happy, like content with your life, was always the most important thing. So I'm very lucky to have been raised like this, and also in this phase of my life being supported without being supported, just like not having the pressure that my mom's telling me, hey, you have to get pregnant, or what about a husband, or like when I was in your age, I had a husband and I had a house, and what do you have? You don't even own a car right now. So I think this is something that I never realized until now, that until when I left, that I'm very, I benefited a lot from this. And I'm very, very lucky to have parents like this who raised me to be like whatever I want.
And to give you some kind of a safety net. There is a place for you wherever you.
Yes, definitely. And of course they told me, we will not give you money, but I knew exactly, and I know it's still until now, that if I call them right now, hey mom, I'm in Slovenia, I don't have any money, she will jump in the car and she will pick me here. So this is like something that gives you a secure feeling, which a lot of people don't have. So for me, I cannot say I was very brave to do this. I could do it because I was very lucky in life about this kind of thing.
It was such a nice closure of this inspiring talk. Thank you so much, Annie, for taking the time. I know your time here in Slovenia is very short, so taking the time to do this in between. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.